So absolute value of matrix A, 2 bars on both sides, means the determinant of matrix A, which becomes a number. What you need to do is you multiply these two diagonally, A times B minus these two multiply, B times C, and it will become a number. That's a determinant. Okay? So let's find the determinant of matrix A. What do? You multiply these two together. So 24 minus these two multiplied together, 6. So what's the determinant? 18 is the determinant of this matrix. And the inverse the matrix has an inverse if determinant is not equal to 0. Okay? If determinant is equal to 0, then there will be no inverse for that matrix. Okay? So here, if AD minus BC, which is determinant, is not equal to 0, then the inverse, you see the -1 index, that means inverse. Inverse of this matrix will be 1 over the determinant of times, this becomes a number, right? 1 over the determinant becomes a number, most likely fraction, will be now, what do you do with B and A? You flip these two, you see how you flip them? And what happens to B and C? You make them opposite. If it was positive, it becomes negative. If it was negative, then it becomes positive. Then that becomes the inverse matrix. So let's try it. So what's the determinant of A? So inverse of A, inverse matrix, becomes 1 over the determinant of this. What is the determinant? 5 times 1, 5, minus 2 times 3, 6, which is -1. So 1 over -1 is just -1 times, what do we do with A and B? You flip them. So you flip these two. So now here's 5, here's 1. What do you do with B and C? You make them opposite. So 3 becomes -3, 2 becomes -2. So -1 over 1 is just -1, right? -1 times that just changes all the signs, right? Negative times 5 is -5. Negative times, -1 times -3 is 3, becomes 2, and becomes -1. This is the inverse of matrix A. Okay? So, how do we check whether they are really inverse of each other? We can do A times B, B times A, and if it becomes identity matrix, then we know they're inverse of each other. Now, do you want me to show you how to do this on the calculator? You should not do this on the calculator because you won't be able to use your calculator for a test. But on the homework, you can check your answer with the calculator. That's why I'm showing you, okay? So take out your calculator. Where's the matrix? So do you see any matrix sign on the calculator? Yes, right here, right? Where it says inverse. This, yeah, so go to second matrix. You go to edit. You have to edit your matrix. Go to edit. Okay? And what was the matrix A? Here. 1, 3, 2, 5. It was 2 by 2. So you put 2, enter 2. Enter. It gives you a 2 by 2 matrix. And now you put 1, 3, 2, 5. So that is matrix A. Should we put the inverse that we found as B? You go to second matrix again. Second matrix. Go to edit. Now go down to matrix B. And then B was 2 by 2. Again, right? And what did we get? -5. 3, 2, -1. Okay? Now, clear the whole thing. Exit it. Quit. And then let's do A times B. So where do you go again? Matrix, second matrix. Now, instead of going to edit, just click on 1, A. That's matrix A. Go to second matrix, and now we are multiplying with B. Press enter. Do you get the identity matrix? Yes. What about B times A? Second matrix B, go down, press enter. Second matrix A. We get identity again. That means we did it correctly. What else can we do? What's the notation of inverse? Raise it to -1. Let's try that. Second matrix A and raise it to -1. Press enter. You get B. Do you see how we got the same matrix? B. Can I try to add them? Yes, you can do second matrix A plus second matrix B. Can we do that too? Yes. So you can do, unless the dimensions, the orders are correct and matching, you can do everything on the calculator. But again, just use that to check your answers, because on the exit card, on the test, you will not be able to use the calculator. So did we do this correctly? Yes.